The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a galactic council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. Welcome, friends. It is a snowy day here in Boulder, Colorado. 6 inches outside. Holy cow. It's freezing. If you're new to the Satori Show, welcome to the family. This show is all about loving yourself, spiritually evolving, liberation, authenticity, balancing your feminine and masculine aspects to create a new paradigm, and of course, true love in all its forms. I forgot to tell you guys in the last episode just how long I've had this loaner car. Maybe not the last episode, like 2 episodes ago. Last week's episode, anyway. It's been 25 days. Yes, 25. Almost a month since I brought my car in for service to have a 3-hour repair job done. I just want to see how long it takes till I get that awkward call. Hello, Miss Satori. Just wanted to let you know your car's ready. Can we have our loaner car back? I've never seen anything like this. I'm having fun in this car, so why not, you know? And I just can't even imagine, you know, what they're going to say to me. Anyway, today is 11/11/11 because 2018 equals 11. It's an 11 year. So ones are all about new beginnings, and there is an energetic portal on this very day and surrounding this day to assist in the ascension process. According to Joanne's Sacred Scribes, and I'm also paraphrasing, 11s are all about spiritual awakening, enlightenment, high energy, inspiration, enthusiasm, and self-expression. Master number 11 is the teacher and relates to those who are here to be inspirational, guiding lights, helping to raise spiritual awareness. Angel number 11 brings a message from your angels to pay attention to your thoughts and ideas, as these are revealing the answers to your prayers. Add those 3 up and get 6, which is the number of the Lover's card in the Tarot. According to Biddy Tarot, in my own interpretation, the Lover's card represents meaningful and lasting relationships. When this card shows up, it means you have a really incredible connection with someone it seems destiny had a part in. The sexual energy between you both goes way beyond instant gratification and less to something more soulful, authentic, and deep. The Lover's card is also a card about open communication and direct honesty. Both people are willing to be naked and vulnerable with each other like never before. This creates confidence and trust for a powerful bond between the two. In a reading, this card is a sign that by communicating openly and honestly with those you care about, you will create a harmonious and fulfilling relationship built on trust and respect. On a more personal level, the Lover's card represents getting clear about your values and beliefs. You are figuring out what you stand for and your philosophy. Having gone through the indoctrination of the Hierophant, you are now ready to establish your belief system and decide what it is and what is not essential to you. It's time to go into the big, wide world and make choices for yourself, staying true to who you are and being authentic and genuine in all your endeavors. At its heart, the Lovers is about choice. The choice about who you want to be. This is also very appropriate. This is about who you want to be in this lifetime, how you connect with others, and on what level, and about what you will and won't stand for. To make good choices, you need to be clear about your personal beliefs and values and stay true to them. Not all decisions will be easy either. The Lover's card is often a sign that you are facing a moral dilemma and must consider all consequences before acting. Your value system is being challenged and you're being called to take the higher path, even if it's difficult. Do not carry out a decision based on fear or worry or guilt or shame. Now, more than ever, you must choose love. Love for yourself, love for others, and love for the universe. Choose the best version of yourself. Finally, the Lover's card encourages you to unify dual forces. You can bring together two parts that are seemingly in opposition to one another and create something that is whole, unified, and harmonious. In every choice, there is an equal amount of advantage and disadvantage, opportunity and challenge, positive and negative. When you accept these dualities, you bring the unity from which love flows. In other words, guys, this is a day of new beginnings in love. A love that could stand the test of time. Don't get stuck on labels when it comes to the love coming to you now. If you stay focused on exercising your emotional intelligence and expanding your heart's capacity to love, you will attract someone like-hearted. Don't settle for anything less than someone who will meet you on your level and that they will talk openly with you, compromise, be honest, have integrity, and all those things you also expect of yourself toward your partner. There will always be things to work out and work on because that's how we evolve. But you need someone mature enough to go through the ups and downs riding the roller coaster along with you, not someone who's going to bail out at the first opportunity when the ride goes through a tunnel. You guys will hold on to each other through times of transition, and through vulnerability will find your strength with each other. Divine Feminines, for weeks it seemed like the never-ending story. Wait, that has like dual meaning. Where the Empress is crying out for Bastion to save Fantasia and to do something about the nothingness that's taking over, and he's questioning whether or not the book is actually talking to him. Many of you have either given up on your masculine or are about to, and I encourage that. I highly suggest listening to episode 104 I recorded last night for you guys with Shay Ross, where we talk about how many of us are becoming the phoenix rising from the ashes at this very difficult and crucial time for both the masculines and the feminines. Be sure you also check out the link underneath the episode where the Leo King talks about the astrological reasons this is happening for the first time since 1852 and why we'll never get this chance again in our lifetime. Many of us can hardly look at readings anymore because we're just rolling our eyes. Yeah, right. They always say he's about to get up and have the courage to come forward. Then he doesn't. And he does the absolute minimum. It reminds me of Office Space. They just don't have enough flair, you know. I know you'll probably have a hard time believing this, but you're probably wondering if you're going crazy at this point in time for believing in this journey at all. But you've probably been stalked for a while now by your masculine or a masculine. And by that, it could mean your twin, it could mean your love at first sight guy, a soulmate, or even a new guy on the scene. The guy who's returning from the past, or from reports I've been hearing lately, even someone you had completely forgotten about and lost hope in, who could actually turn out to be the one after all. They're not stalking you in a bad way, but someone wants to make darn sure you're the one, you are who you say you are before coming forward. For example, a friend just told me her love at first sight guy just recently said he's been looking at her Instagram and has just begun reading her book. Not that I'm stalking you, he adds. This is just confirmation of what the cards have been saying for a while. Personally, I see it as a compliment. In fact, if someone didn't do do In fact, if someone didn't do some investigating, I would wonder why and think they must not be serious. I've got nothing to hide, nor should they. In fact, I expect any potential suitor to do his due diligence. If this is you, hey, this is some pretty crazy stuff I talk about on here, isn't it? But I'm here to say that there are many options opening up to you in all areas of your life. We are breaking through the stagnant energy. These other options will be reaching out to you soon if they haven't already. No matter what you've sown, so don't despair if things haven't worked out with your twin. If you have resistance to the idea of meeting someone new, we'll get there in a minute. But just know you will have your pick. Use your discernment, listen to your intuition, and ultimately choose from your heart. Who makes you feel like you can truly be yourself no matter how that looks from day to day? Don't get too in your head about it. Just stay in the moment and see what presents itself to you right now and how that feels. Then the next moment and the next. Whoever is most willing to put in equal effort and reciprocation and makes you feel like a priority, go there. The stance you want to take is, my door is always open. Welcome in. But remember this about manifesting. Once you choose the guy you see the most potential with, pray for what you want. Ask as if you've already received it. And act like you put in an order at Amazon and expect it to arrive anytime. For example, you could pray with him or her in mind, thank you so much for giving me the most incredible love of my life. Someone I can share anything with and who gets me on a deep level. Someone I can support and who could support me in every way. Someone passionate about me and building our life together. Then just know it's coming and forget about it. From time to time, you can imagine them walking in the door, greeting you, or seeing a text from them. Just stay in a high vibration and you will attract someone who's a great match. You won't attract a karmic if you're super happy because they just won't vibe with you. I'll put a link in the description to a guided meditation you guys could listen to that could help you get in that vibe to attract your ideal love. But you must let go of anyone you used to be hung up on in order to let someone else in. You can't hang on to something old and bring in something new. It makes me think of when a raccoon sees something in a jar it really wants really bad, and the opening is only small enough for it to get its paw into. It'll grab something inside and not let go. It'll never get the item out as long as it wants it so bad that it won't let go of its grip, and it's too big to fit back through the opening as long as he keeps a fist. It has to let go and figure out a way to shake it out, which in this case is allowing the universe to do it if it's meant to be, or it has to give up. Something must die for something else to be born. In a moment, I will go deeper with this, but for now, on to a message for the masculines. Twin flame masculines, you know who you've been watching for a while now, and you know she's captivated your heart, and you hers. You just gotta let her know. And this is the time. Many of you are still on the fence as to whether to contact your feminine and are fearing she's moved on, you'll get yelled at, or any number of things. But whether she has or hasn't moved on, don't you want closure? Even if she yells at you, doesn't she deserve to get that off her chest after all this time? Could you live with yourself if she announces she's getting married? And I'm telling you, there are reports of things going quickly with the other guy or girl. I just had a feminine text me a picture of a ring she's picked out with her soulmate. But as I assured a masculine recently, you have the deepest connection with your counterpart right now than any other relationship because of the unique and magical aspects of it. The only way she would choose another guy over you, whatever the label, is if he or she feels safer with them and you aren't able to restore her faith. She doesn't need you to already have everything put in place, so don't worry about that, or don't wait for that either. She just needs to know you're working toward her somehow and are moving in her direction. It may not be enough, but at least you've had your piece and said your piece. You'll never know unless you try. But she would need to see you are truly working on yourself more than any other time and that you have faith in your connection and are willing to make the effort. If she doesn't see huge changes and effort, she will go with the other guy, I guarantee. And she will be quite happy. You, however, will feel forever that she's the one who got away. It's always scary putting yourself out there, but think of all the time he or she has done that before and got rejected by you. Now it's time to balance the scales and take a risk yourself. Take a load off and face your demons. You'll be so glad you did either way. So it really comes down to this question. Well, two questions. How much do you love yourself? And do you choose wallowing in pain and victimhood, or do you choose love and a brighter future? Many of you are realizing at this time that the only thing that's standing between you and a really bright future are your thoughts, and focusing on problems rather than solutions. New guys, her love at first sight or soulmate. Overcome any fears, rectify situations, and go forth boldly. You're her knight in shining armor, rescuing her from a long, dry time out in the desert. And you're no oasis, in other words, an illusion. You're the real deal. You've been working on establishing yourself for some time and have overcome a lot of burdens in your life to become wiser and more mature from it, and are most likely much more further along in your emotional development than her twin flame. She hasn't been getting the attention she deserves from her twin, so don't be threatened by their connection. He's dragged his heels due to egoic ideas and old ways. So unless he comes back like never before, you've got this in the bag. And as long as you treat her like your queen, she will give you the whole world in return. She has the biggest, most devoted heart you'll ever know. By queen, I mean someone you deeply respect, admire, and take great caution to handle with care, not someone who treats you like they're above you. You are most likely a type of soulmate to her, and this will bring her great peace, comfort, and could stand the test of time. Twin flames are a bigger risk, as far as she's concerned, and at this point she knows she deserves to be happy and fulfilled. She's not wasting any more time waiting for him. And from what I've gotten from my counsel and what I've even heard from a couple of feminines, the signs and synchronicities that once constantly reminded her of him will fade in time, although she'll always consider him like family. That's it. If you're in a relationship but like this other person, don't settle. Don't stay with someone who will just offer you just enough to keep you, but it's not real love. It's bargaining. If you give me this, I feel I can't do without, then I'll put up with this about you, abuse, neglect, etc. If you'd never take them seriously or wish they'd disappear sometimes, they're a karmic. Now, feminines, let's take this letting go process a little deeper. Oftentimes I get woken up in the middle of the night with ideas for the show. I write them down in my notepad on my phone, half asleep, and put it all together the day of the show. Well, recently I woke up at 3 a.m. and was told to make a decision. I told them I already had. They probably gave me this message about 5 times on this particular day. And I was like, I did. So they said it yet again at 3 a.m., make a decision. And I told them, I did. They said, no, you're still hung up on your masculine. And showed me a flash, like you see someone have in the movies where they're just driving along and a song triggers some deep trauma from a moment suddenly out of nowhere. I realized that they were right. So I asked them how to dig up and clean out those deep hidden pockets within myself to truly let them go. I realized it was all the dream, also the dream I had of him and the whole package of the experience itself. For example, he's the same age as my deceased ex-boyfriend, Mo, who was the one who led me to Colorado to find true love. We're both in healthcare, so I always anticipated us working together in our own clinic, healing people using a combination of our modalities. We'd been through enlightenment together, which is a very rare experience, so it would have been nice to have that in common. Our astrological signs are a perfect fit. You can't get better. I've been writing a book about our journey because it was going to be the most romantic story of all time. I invested probably at least $1,000 on readings over this time. Boulder is a way better place for him than where he is now because he'd be able to really expand his practice and abilities, continue his hobbies and interests, break away from his beliefs that hold him back, and he would be supported in a new, more exciting life. I created this podcast because of him, in faith he'd eventually perhaps join me on the show and help people alongside me. And that doesn't even include all the amazing talks we've had, the amazing signs and synchronicities and all the rest of it. All of this gave me a feeling of security in my future, of purpose, or hope I could have everything I'd ever wanted with someone I'd be completely compatible with because he was my twin flame. It meant no more heartache. It meant no more psychopaths or karmics. Someone would get me like no other. Having a twin flame gives you a feeling of safety in a way because you feel like if that's the one who's made for me, I never have to worry again about things not working out with someone. But it was a harder journey than we anticipated, wasn't it? We thought, if they just knew we had this special connection, it would all fall into place. But it didn't, did it? Oh my gosh. In fact, it made him run. And now, after all of this, all of it is gone. There's nothing that can be done to fix this broken dream. But I can be grateful for who I've become as a result of knowing him. And I know he says he can say the same. He says the same. How do I know? We will never be the same having known each other, and we were each other's ultimate catalyst for change for the better. And that, my friend, is the purpose of a twin flame. The real number for the twin flame should be 555. Massive transformation. So I understand holding on to wanting a return on your investment, but it's time to cut your losses and step into the future. No more living in the past. No more investing financially, mentally, emotionally. Done. You may not have that closure. You may not have the chance at reconciliation. Everybody reports all the time in these readings. But you will have peace of mind, dignity, a deeper love for yourself, and will open yourself up to someone far more capable and willing to love deeply and truly and openly. Someone you can truly be vulnerable with that isn't going to push you away at any hint of intimacy. If you think you've let go, but are still angry or unwilling to love someone else, let go at a deeper level like I did. Write down your own dream. Have a good cry as you say goodbye, and burn it. Whatever you have to do to truly free yourself, do it. You deserve true love and will have it. But you have to open up to receive it now. I haven't had any signs or synchronicities specifically in regards to him for a while now, and he's faded from my memory. I've talked to another feminine I'd like to bring on the show who's also let her twin go, and she's come to terms with it too and has less and less synchronicities as well. The dream is dead, and I'm starting to see signs of new life around me like never before. It's turning to spring in my heart. You know you've healed when you can get excited about the possibility of someone new and even a whole new life, but are just content doing just what you're passionate about until that happens. So what next? Who knows? Let's see what the universe brings us. I do know this. It'll be beautiful. It'll be worth all the hard work we've done on ourselves. It'll be reaping the harvest we've sown in our souls and then some. And we have each other, the amazing friends we've made along this journey. Make peace with not having closure and move on. No matter the result, it's your best route there because you will take your power back and finally have peace of mind. How is this perfect? As with anything in life, if you can take a moment to reflect, ask yourself, why or how is this perfect just as it is? This helps you drop down further into acceptance and helps you see that everything in life is actually happening for you, not against you. Like we talked about in episode 104, we can be the phoenix rising from the ashes no matter the circumstance. I think in honor of today, I will not be taking any calls. We can just digest what's been said here today. I have 2 other talks that have been uploaded this week, so there's already so much to listen to. But if you have any questions or you can't wait to ask, you can go to 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook and ask and ask your question there. And I'll get to it either right away or I'll read it on the next show for everyone to benefit from. Otherwise, please call 256-291-1191 next Sunday with questions at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern to talk to me on the next show. If you forget this information, it's always at the top of the podcast at www.thesatorishow.podbean.com. Happy 11/11 Portal Day. Wishing you much love. Until next time, good day.